The clockmaker's 13th hour, fog draped the town like an old shroud. At the end of a narrow cobbled street stood a dim-lit workshop, its windows glowing gold through the mist, every pane trembling with the rhythm of ticking clocks. Inside, Elias Grange, the town's finest clockmaker, worked beneath the breath of a dying candle. Upstairs, his wife Clara slept, or tried to. Her cough had grown weaker, her pulse slower, her voice now only a shadow. Every second hurt him, every tick mocked him. Time had become his enemy, the whisper of madness. One night, as Clara's breathing thinned to a fragile flutter, an idea took root. Not of medicine, but of mechanism. If time kills, he thought, then perhaps it can be chained. He sketched through the night, ink splattered, hands trembling, a clock that could hold an hour outside the world. A 13th hour no son had ever seen. Its plans came to him in fever dreams. Gears that must be forged by moonlight, a pendulum that must be weighted with memory. And at its core, not brass, not steel, but a living soul to make it tick. The clock that should not be. Weeks passed, the workshop filled with the scent of oil, blood, and burnt wax. Elias melted down his best silver for the frame. He polished the glass with tears. He whispered prayers between each gear, but something else whispered back. When at last the final screw was turned, the clock gleamed with impossible beauty. Its face black as onyx, its hands thin as bone, its numbers etched in shifting symbols that never stayed the same. He carried it upstairs to Clara's bedside, voice breaking. Just one more hour, my love. One more moment to say goodbye. He turned the key. When midnight came, the house fell still. Every other clock froze mid-tick. Then from the new machine came 12 soft chimes, and, impossibly, a 13th. The air shuddered, the candlelight bent, and Clara opened her eyes. Her color returned, her voice steady as she whispered, "Elias?" He wept with joy, clutching her hand. The clock ticked on, steady, eternal, but the shadows deepened. The flame of the candle folded inward. Clara's smile faltered, her pupils widened until her eyes were pools of black glass, and her voice, layered and hollow, asked, "How long will you keep me here?" The feeding. The 13th hour ended. Clara slumped back against the pillow, her body empty, her face peaceful, but her eyes still watching. From below came a sound. The clock ticking faster, louder, hungrier. Its pendulum swung with something dark clinging to it, dripping softly onto the floorboards. When Elias tried to stop it, the hand spun backward. He felt the air grow cold, heard 1,000 whispers murmuring in her voice. Winded again. Elias. Just one more hour. He understood then. He had not stolen time. He had fed it. The last note. By morning, Elias was gone. The workshop was sealed, the windows blackened. Nailed to the door, in a hand smudged with soot and sorrow, a single note read, "Do not wind the clock. The 13th hour does not give, it takes." And still, on fog-heavy nights, a faint ticking echoes through the cobbled streets, soft, deliberate, waiting. Weeks later, when the townsfolk finally dared to open the abandoned shop, they found the clock sitting silent on the workbench, its hands frozen between 12 and 13. No one dared touch it until years later, when the building was cleared for auction. The clock resurfaced in the local newspaper, listed in the classifieds beneath the antiques section. $1 clock. Something is wrong with it. And once again, the ticking began.